What is going on, everybody? My name is Dan. Welcome to my channel. I'm basically introducing myself to the world again, reintroducing myself, and starting a different approach. So for starters, the name of my channel, I meant to name it Prodigy Dae Sports, and I emphasize DAE because that's part of my Korean name. Yes, I am Korean American. My family was actually born in Korea. I use partially of DAE as part of a cultural thing. My actual name is Daniel. My Korean name is Daehyun, so I try to emphasize a different approach to the channel. I'm thinking about changing it to Prodigy Dae Sports. I'm not quite sure yet, but stay tuned for more and continue to support me as I reintroduce myself and begin a different journey. So for starters, Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook has been released by the Minnesota Vikings. They could not come to an agreement to a trade, I guess. So, they're just like, you know what? Since you served your purpose with us, we're going to let you go and go seek you another team. So basically, I think the Vikings are partially making a big mistake. I know he's getting older, but at the same time, I feel like, and he's been inconsistent. Like when he's healthy, he's great. I think he's easily a top 5, top 10 running back. It's just that his inconsistency to stay healthy and to stay active and proactive in the season. And then the Minnesota Vikings basically switched to a more of a passing offense with Justin Jefferson, and when they had Thielen, and they just picked off Hawkinson and whatnot. So they have a different approach to their game, I guess. So Madison's going to fit in well. Madison has proven his worth. A lot of things that he does good. And he's been a great fantasy player for me, by the way. So hats off to you, Madison. Where do I think he's going to go? I think the Dolphins on the radar. They keep saying the Dolphins, but doesn't the Dolphins have like 55 running backs? I can name it. They got the whole entire ex-Niners running backs. I think they're pretty much loaded into that aspect, so I don't know how that's going to work, but they say they want to sign Dalvin Cook, and that's going to be a mean offense. So keep a lookout for that. That's going to be a crazy offense, and Coach McDaniels is crazy, and he's making a name for himself, and he's proven last year that he's a risk taker, and he's a genius himself. A little bit of Sean McVay in him, a little bit of it with an edge though. So with that being said, do I think he's going to go to the Dolphins? Possibly. They're crazy enough to sign him to load up the roster. They're trying to make it deeper into the playoffs this time, and they're trying to gather more of a complete team. They just picked up Jalen Ramsey recently, not too long ago. So, we'll see how it goes. Changes are coming. This is a new era. A lot of things are going to change. The Denver Broncos want Dalvin Cook as well. They have shown a little bit of interest. There are not many teams that are actually reaching out to him right now, per se, but he is a free man. The New York Jets are also probably on the radar as they have Breece Hall, but I think Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook would be a mean 1 and 2. It would be very shocking to find out that if he goes somewhere else. So we'll see what that happens. And Demarcus Robinson has officially been picked up by the Rams. So they have Tutu Atwell, Skowronek. They lost Allen Robinson to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Cooper Kupp is, man, I don't even know. I'm speechless when I say his name, but he's an absolute beast. So they have a talent on the side, and they're rebuilding. They have a lot of pieces that they want to fill in. They want to regroup. They just drafted a receiver out of BYU. I think Nakwa, I think. So he's out of BYU, 5th rounder. Just picked him up. I heard he's killing it in the camp. He's been getting a lot of early reps with Matthew Stafford. We'll see how that goes. Sean McVay's a genius. He knows how to use his players. I'm pretty excited to see what's in store for in that aspect of that group of receivers that are coming in. So Demarcus Robinson is going to be an excellent fill-in. He's underrated. He has a lot of underrated skill sets. He was a leading receiver for the Ravens, even though the Ravens had nobody. But still, he did his part, and he showed flashes of why he can contribute. So we'll see what happens. Also added Frank Clark, ex-Chief. So the Broncos are retooling. They're renewing their defense, renewing their offense, adding key pieces to the puzzle, which they're trying to do. Redefine that defensive line, and basically trying to figure it all out. Sean Payton is making some major moves. We'll see how this goes. It could go in many different ways, but Bryce Young has been elevated to QB1. He has overtaken Andy Dalton. No surprise. Andy Dalton, I'm a Saints fan, guys. So those of you who don't know me, I'm a Saints fan. That motherfucker had, excuse my language, I still don't understand why DA played him over Jameis Winston. I get it. Probably he had something against Jameis Winston. Don't know what the case may be, but I cannot believe that we rode him continuously through into the deeper part of the regular season, and we were a couple of games short from making the playoffs. And I figured if one quarterback's not working, well, why not try out the other? Whatever. But yeah, Andy Dalton, once again, is a backup QB. I mean, I think his starting days is over. I mean, I'm not going to say he's a shitty quarterback. Well, now he is a shitty quarterback, but he's not awful. But Bryce Young has overtaken the depth chart. They say that he's been doing pretty good. DJ Chark even said that he has earned the respect of everyone in the locker room. Everyone's behind him. Everyone believes in him. I'm not gonna lie. Bryce Young is a leader. He's a natural leader. He's a winner. Won a lot of games for Alabama. A lot of great things that he has done. Even though he's undersized, that talent and heart and hard work and coming from a winning program under Nick Saban comes a long way. So don't sleep on him. The Carolina Panthers are going to be better. Okay, Coach Frank Wright, I believe, is a very underrated coach. He had an unfair positioning with the Indianapolis Colts. I think the one mistake that he did was allowing Carson Wentz to be the guy that they relied on. So that probably shot him in the face, or should I say, shot him in the foot. We'll see what happens. So I'm excited for football season. A lot of big things are coming. A lot of undrafted free agents have signed with many teams, and I've heard based off the news and the reports and whatnot that they're performing. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Saints loaded up on the receiver side and some D-line and some help at the secondary from undrafted free agents. There's a kid out of Washington State who's killing it. Don't know his name. I forgot to look him up, but he's apparently killing it. So there are a lot of good things going on. I'm excited. Very, very excited for football season. Big football fan. So we'll see what happens. Many different teams are pursuing different players from a different perspective. So like a lot of these players get a chance to start fresh in their eyes. And I want to see where Dalvin Cook goes. There's going to be a lot of questioning behind that and why the Vikings allow him to walk without trading him. But I think at best, with the caliber of his age and talent that he has, I think at best, they could have gotten at least maybe a third, fourth rounder for him. I mean, they basically traded away there are teams out there who've traded away their stars for a bag of chips and a six-pack of beers. So I'm not surprised with this bullshit move. So guys, do me a favor. Like this video. Leave me a comment. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what you think. I want to know exactly, you football fans out there, I want to know what you guys think of these moves. I want to know exactly your perspective, what should have happened, what could have happened, what team you like to see these players play for, the best fit, best scheme. So do me a favor, drop me a comment. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, guys, come on. Support your boy. Subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for more. There's going to be a lot more action, a lot of more different things. I'm trying to get the hang of this. So appreciate your support, your patience, your love, your generosity. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.